We have covered a lot of the buyer's portion and process of purchasing a home. We're going to touch base on the PICRA, which is what we call the Home Inspection Repair Request. There are two ways that we can fill out this PICRA form, which stands for Property Inspection Repair Contingency Addendum. This is the form that the agent would submit to the seller's agent to ask the seller for repairs. Now remember, in Virginia, we are an as-is state, meaning the seller is not required to make any repairs, but they put their house up for sale and they want to sell it for a reason. And if they didn't, or we didn't put in the contract that the home is being sold as is, the expectation would be that the home's in fairly good condition. And if there's any major repairs, we're going to ask the seller to fix them. There's two ways to fill out this PICRA form. We can mark that no repairs are requested. We had a home inspection. There's nothing major. There's a few just general home maintenance items that you want to take care of yourself anyway. So there's no repairs that we're asking the seller to fix. Another reason we might be marking no repair requested is that we're in a competitive market right now. And to win the offer, maybe we looked at the home, did a once over ourselves, and felt confident in submitting a contract that allowed for an information-only home inspection. This means we're still gonna get the home inspection. You always wanna get that honey-do list, but we're gonna review it. And as long as there's no major deal breakers, we're just gonna move the form along, no repairs requested, and go to your next step of appraisal. If that's not the case, if we submitted just a regular contract, we're gonna get a home inspection, expectation is there might be a few things we're gonna ask the seller to repair. And we try to navigate those on major system items. Some of the smaller things are just general maintenance on your home, and you're gonna wanna continue to take care of those as you own the home anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through that home inspection report in detail. Like I said, we've already gone through it a little bit at the home location with the inspector. And if there's any further questions we have, we're always able to reach out to the inspector to get some clarification. But we're gonna make a list of items that you would like to ask the seller to repair or replace. We're gonna put that on an official PICRA document, and we're gonna make sure the verbiage navigates them to that specific portion of the home inspection so they're aware of what our expectation is to have fixed. And we also wanna make sure that we have a qualified person fixing that repair. So we make sure that we put that in the PICRA verbiage also. A specific contractor, whether it be an HVAC or an electrician, or just a general contractor to make those repairs or replacements. Once we have that form and you're comfortable with the repairs that we're asking the seller to fix or replace, I'm gonna submit that as your buyer's agent to the seller's agent. They're gonna review it. In Virginia, per our contract, they have 5 days to get back to us. Sometimes we hear back that day. Sometimes it does take 5 days because they want to run some quotes and see how much it's going to cost them or a timeline to get that fixed. There's a few options when they send it back to us that can be an answer to our PICRA request. One is, yeah, I'll fix everything. I get it. I want you to be moving into a good home and I want you to know I took a good quality care of my home. Two is you put 10 things on here. I'm comfortable fixing 8, but those other 2 I'm gonna redline and not fix. Another option is I've already moved out, vacant, I'm in another state. I get it, I wanna fix these things for you. I just don't have the time or the connections to do so. So how about I give you a credit towards either off of the purchase price or a credit towards your closing costs. Or I don't wanna fix anything, I'm just selling the house, no repairs. Anything other than a yes, I'll fix everything goes back into negotiations. You have an opportunity to review that response from the sellers and decide if you're comfortable moving forward, or maybe those repairs are just too important to you and you don't have the money to fix them themselves. So we're gonna have to release from this contract and find you a home that you're more comfortable with and suits your needs. Once we have that negotiated, we are done with that step of the process and we move on to appraisal, which we'll talk about in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all our information for buying and selling.